Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at Nvidia stock and also other semiconductors, that is AMD, SMCI, ARM, Broadcom and Micron. Now before talking about Nvidia here, what I want to point your attention to is also the AMD earnings tomorrow that we have. That's definitely going to affect Nvidia in one way or the other. And if you want to know more about like options as well on AMD, how things are looking like, where the traders are betting their money, I did a video on that this morning. Check it out on my channel. Here I'm talking about AMD's options analysis before earnings. So I also have videos of Tesla and SpyQQ with the Microsoft earnings tomorrow as well. I'm talking about Microsoft options as well in this particular video. So check those out here on my channel if you're interested. Now, before going further, I also want to let you know none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. All right. So, Nvidia, has things changed since the morning when I did a video on semiconductors? Well, not quite really. We are still below that level of 118 area. That is the area of still the rejection. Today also you can see we tried to go back up there, still selling off. You can see from last 3 days, that's what area it has been tested and Nvidia is still rejecting. Overall structure on Nvidia still remains to the downside. We are lower highs, lower lows. Right at that blue box or the level, we are still rejecting in the overall structure. So what from here? Let's go to the hourly interval. In the post market, this thing is also selling off. Now, we are already below 111 and 52 cents area. Now, if you have been following my videos on Nvidia lately, what I have been saying is that there is a zone of importance, that is the zone around $106 to $108. And why so? Because it's this demand candle sitting, it might has its influence. Not saying that price is just gonna come here and it's gonna skyrocket like to the moon from here. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that this is where if any opportunities would come for bulls, that's the zone. Now Nvidia is already looking quite weak going in tomorrow. We already lost one of the levels in the post market, that is 111 and 50 cents. As if we continue to stay below this, this is at least pre-market or intraday, it's a short play continuation to the downside. Unless if, well, but you will have to have a stop loss on the other side. So why so? Because if we get above 20 and 50 hours moving average for any reason tomorrow, intraday it's not bearish. Even though overall structure will still remain bearish, but intraday is not bearish anymore. All right, but likelihood, it looks like it's just gonna go lower tomorrow as well to begin with. Now, this zone you are very closely watching, still like a hawk, the 106 to $108, all right? Now, because this is where then you will see if the price action forms double bottom on the lower time frame, you see some consolidation here and things starts to get bought back up. Now, for the day tomorrow, this if price comes down there, it will be just a rebound play though. All right, and you can use my indicators, my dashboard to make decisions like what's the average range like, what is the today's range, and if the today's range is getting close to average range and it's at one of these closer level, you start to see double bottom in the price action, most likely it's going to rebound or its part is done for the day. But again, since you are trading against the trend, just be a little bit cautious, take profits wherever you can. But if you really are into trading these rebounds, you want to take both sides of the market, or if you can't take one side, you missed it, then you're watching the other side, right? So all these type of trades you can take along those lines, but have a stop loss on the other side, whichever position you take, right? So yeah, so that's the level still watching, but yeah, likelihood is that tomorrow looks like Nvidia will come lower as long as it stays now below 111 and 50 cents, and any rebound at 20 and 50 hours moving average as it gets rejected, that's just the zone around with the break of 111 and 50 cents is just a downside play for the first leg. And then the second leg is that this level you are watching just for the reason that 106 to 108, just because there's this demand candle, quite a strong demand candle. So I do expect some price action reaction rebound, but hey, there's no guarantee, because for that you have to see if the price action is holding like double bottom on the lower time frame. Market is like post early morning, it's like in the mid afternoon where things are slowing down and looking to rebound. things along those lines, and using my dashboard and things like that. But this is the zone. If you don't see any green candle or slowdown here, even on the hourly interval, you start to see big red candles and then another red candle flushing down. Don't buy here, because you need to see like a candles of such type, right? Well, let me show you a good here you go. Well, this is quite a good, well, a deeper example, but like, we are selling off, selling off, selling off, selling off, selling off. We see one of the candles. I know this is not a great example. Let me find you a better example. Yeah, for example, a little bit of a rebound like here, right? You can see at significant level, we came down red, red, red. And so at this significant level, what you are seeing, okay, first red candle, a little bit getting bought back up. Next red candle, trying to be sold off, but getting bought back up. Next red candle. And when you see, okay, a green candle is coming, a lot of consolidation has happened. Things, you have to see a turn around right at those levels. Either you can go much more deeper level, right? 5 minutes, you can stay hourly interval, but that's something you have to be watching. But anyways, wow, that's quite a lot. All right, that's it for Nvidia, guys. But that's what we are watching, and Nvidia is looking weaker and it's still in the downtrend. Just keep that in mind. All right, so that's Nvidia. Let's take a look at AMD now. Tomorrow we have AMD earnings, and things are not looking good right now on this thing. It's not in any bullish structure. Rebounds are getting sold off still on this thing. I'm gonna get rid of some of these boxes. We don't need them anymore. Let's clean up the chart a little bit. And yeah, let's clean up the chart a little bit here, guys. So yeah, yeah, it's still in the downtrend. Well, I'll just suggest wait now until earnings, tomorrow afternoon. Just wait. We did have, though, another semiconductor, that is ON semiconductor. I'm not going to go too much in detail on that, but just to show you, it had its earnings today and this thing gapped up. It's a semiconductor. All right, so I do think AMD is quite a lot selling off. There is no guarantee, but I won't be surprised if it gets up. So this is ON semiconductor. All right, it went up today after earnings. So yeah, just keep in mind though, but yeah, there is no guarantee. I talked about a little bit in the morning already, but AMD, the only thing can save AMD is the earnings. If it gaps up after earnings and we can get above 150, then only AMD has a chance moving forward. Otherwise, it's looking very dire. And if it gaps down, oh, this thing is broken, guys, then I mean, I don't know what's gonna save then AMD here. All right, so yeah, it's fully in the downtrend. Only this area 150. Sorry if I said 250 before. 150 to 152 is the only area that can save it. All right, SMCI. SMCI is still also in the downtrend. It has its earnings, but not tomorrow. It has its earnings in, well, 6th of August, so Tuesday. Is that next week? Almost, yeah, next week. So yeah, well, the only thing that can turn it bullish at this point, well, would be if this double bottom forms at this 200 days moving average or even higher pivot. Right now the trend is still to the downside on this thing. And taking a look at the hourly interval, yeah, it's just still selling off, guys. It's not looking good. The only thing that can save it is if it comes down again, 200 days moving average holds the support, gets back again above one of these levels, then we can maybe expect some rebounds. But but we have to see if that price action holds first. But right now it's just, yeah, quite deep sell-off, still in the downtrend. Overall structure on this is bearish, though. Even if any rebound comes to the level of 755, that rebound that I'm talking about is 770 area around. Rebound I'm talking about, that's going to be only intraday. If those lower interval levels on the hourly interval that I just talked about, if they hold or break again to the upside like this level 721, or if we hold support double bottom at 200 days moving average with this previous, a little bit of a demand candle here. So that's that. All right, taking a look at ARM now. ARM finally broke 50 days moving average and also this level of 149.86, but since it was already in the downtrend, I'm not surprised, and it's still in the downtrend, selling off. It has its earnings also, and the earnings are on Wednesday. Going to be interesting. This week is very interesting, guys. We have tech stocks earnings all the big tech stocks like Microsoft, Apple, all these stuff, and then we have or Meta and Amazon, and then we have AMD and ARM. It's going to be an interesting week, guys. So. But the ARM is in the downtrend right now, so let's see if it just continues lower from here. And on the hourly interval, I gave you all these levels, all these upsides, and now I also gave you a lot of these downsides already from this blue box area, and you can see it's just plummeting now, right? Wow, this is quite really beaten up. If as long as now we even intraday, as long as we stay below 145, it's just quite weak, very weak. Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow you can be watching 135. There's a possibility of some rebound. If it continues to fall, there's a possibility at 135 some rebound may come. But that's just going to be a rebound, nothing more than that. I mean, this thing is ready to just crater like a free fall. But just remember, it's in the downward structure. If any rebound has to happen, it has to break some consolidation to the upside. Right now, not well. Structure is going to remain bearish on this, as I gave you those levels overall. It's still going to remain bearish as long as we still stay below 145 almost, right? The structure is very weak on ARM right now. Broadcom. So on the daily interval, Broadcom is still continuing the downward structure. From here, if it's a bullish play or change of structure, that will be above 156 and 46 cents. Otherwise, no. They're still in the downward structure. 144 is the area I'm interested to see if it's going to find double bottom here and go up, but we have to see confirmation for that. Right now, I'm not seeing any of that. Right now, price action is telling me it's just in the downtrend. So taking a look at the hourly interval, and yeah, like you can see it's being rejected at this pivots today. Yeah, no, right now it's not looking good as well. It's still also in the downtrend, and yeah, it can continue lower. Micron. So let's go with the daily interval first, and yep, this thing tried to do very little rebound, but yeah, it's just nothing. It's just still bearish. Since the time we lost this blue box over here, like that was a big move here I was talking about, and we just cratered, like flushed. The only hope for the bulls would be if it finds support somewhere here at 200 days moving average, close to that. Otherwise, no. Right now, I'm not seeing any strength into this thing, guys. Just stay away from it. Yeah, its cycle is over. It's done. Look at it, today's sell-off. Yeah, nothing to see here. Only rebound a little bit upside if it gets above 20 and 50, but nothing more than that. I would just let it sit on the side right now. Let it just do its thing. I might not even cover Micron anymore. Because the plays on this are done. Like I gave you all these plays on this, right? And then gave you all these plays as well. Now it's there's still a lot more plays that will come, but I think right now just sit on the sideline, and in this zone, unless price doesn't make next leg of the confirmation, I would just stay on the sideline because it's getting close to 200 days moving average. That was the play. Take your profits, sit on the sideline, enjoy the money. And next big move, we will have to wait if it breaks 200 days moving average or find supports here and then try to form levels to the upside again. We'll have to see that. So, but yeah, for I think a couple of days, you can just sit on the sideline. Your choice, do whatever you want to do. I'm just sharing my opinion. Nothing is financial advice here. All right. Okay, well, that's it for this video. And guys, if you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.